if we want to do something, it has to feel like a yes. Otherwise, like, we're not, otherwise it's like, why bother on it? So when we decided to get married, it was definitely a yes. When we decided to move into the RV and just leave the city, it was a yes. When I heard about Mars One, sending people to another planet one way, I think about all that it requires, and I feel capable of doing that.
One of my goals is to get people into space, and I joined Mars One because that's a way to do it.
We met through the Aspiring Martian group, online Facebook group, where all the people interested in Mars One or the applicants were getting together, getting to know each other. So I like friended him on Facebook because I wanted to be his friend. Took him a while to notice me.
Our wedding was not planned in advance. Yari said that the only time she would get married was when Mars and Earth are close. I quickly looked it up, and we had either May 22nd of 2016 or July 27, 28 of 2018.
And so our ring is the Mars opposition.
Yeah.
So there's Sun, Earth, and Mars. Like, one question that comes up often is like whether we're gonna have children of our own, and like for me that's not a plan. Not until like I know I can't like go to Mars ever, and then
we
all
adopt.
Yeah, adopt.
If you're eating bugs, does that count as vegan?
So we know that part of our diet is going to include mealworms because they are rich in protein and fibers. So now, for now, we're not eating this. We give them to the turtles. But people, especially when I give talks to kids, they're always like, ew, no, I don't want to go to Mars. So like, no, but think about it. We can like powder these and then make like flour and then make cupcakes out of these, right? Or tortillas.
The Mars One habitat that they have tentative plans for, some are actually larger than our RV, but there's going to be 4 people in it, and you're going to have a lot of plants and equipment, and you know, even your living and kitchen area are going to be small. So
I like knowing that I'm okay living in a small space. In high school, I remember telling one of my teachers, like, how do I apply to be an astronaut for NASA? And he just laughed at me and asked me, like, are you high? Like, that's not for you. And it wasn't until after college, when I got to Lincoln Lab, that other people were talking about also being astronauts, that I was like, oh, I fit in finally. When I was growing up, that was the case a lot of the time. Like, girls don't do math, girls don't. It's very different now, and I see it when I go to talks. I focus my talks on for girls or like schools with minorities.
Yari and I have had comments like, oh, why would you want to go to Mars to die? Or it's just a suicide mission. And that actually scared her grandparents, or her grandmother.
We're gonna die here anyways. Like, we're going to Mars to live. And so anytime I'm in a scary situation, I always think like, oh, nah, nothing bad's gonna happen here because I'm gonna die on Mars, you know?
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.